A former member of Hamas and an associate are arrested for the alleged murder of 18-year-old Israeli citizen. The teen was stabbed to death that was last week outside of his Jewish seminary. One America's Ryan Gerdusky has more.
Devere Sorek was murdered in Judea, Samaria on August 7th. His body was found. He was buried on August 8th, and the killers were found over the weekend. Why are Jews in Judea, Samaria particularly vulnerable to terrorist attacks?
So as you know, there are almost 500,000 Jews living in Judea and Samaria today. But the Israeli government has never officially recognized the areas of Judea and Samaria, or as you would say, the West Bank, like they have in other places like the Golan Heights. As such, they don't have the same infrastructure such as roads and electricity and water and all of those different issues that are very important when you live in the Middle East. Moreover, the Arab population living in Judea and Samaria is under the jurisdiction of the Palestinian Authority, which means that they're indoctrinated from a very young age, as young as kindergarten, with a message of hate. When you combine all of those things together, it creates a kind of hostile environment for the people living there.
What is going to be the Israeli government's response to the murder of Devere?
It's hard to say right now with an interim government. I'm sure there's going to be an increase in defense. The IDF will step up its protection in the areas, and there's going to be a tremendous pressure on all the people there, including organizations like ours, to make sure that security and the equipment they need is in place.
President Trump was the first president to recognize the Golan Heights. Is there an American response that America could take when it comes to the Jews who are living in Judea, Samaria, that could possibly help them in the situation?
So it's hard for the American government to get out in front of the Israeli government, but the rhetoric that comes out of anywhere outside of Israel is important, just from a mindset and a level of support. So when the president comes out very strongly and condemns things like this, when he puts pressure on those who are responsible, ultimately Hamas and the Palestinian Authority and Fatah and all of the different factions there, it does have a level of help and support. So it's important for America to show that they're supporting us, but ultimately it has to start with the Israeli government itself.
All right. Thank you for speaking to One American News about this.
Thank you so much for having me.